A high-quality EDC or everyday carry belt is a must-have item if you want to conceal carry effectively. In fact, choosing the right belt is one of the most important product decisions you can make in terms of impacting your ability to conceal a pistol effectively and impacting your comfort while doing so. It's arguably more important than your choice of holster and probably only second to the choice of pistol itself. When looking for an EDC or concealed carry belt, there are a few attributes that you really need to take into consideration. In this video, I'm going to go over every aspect of what makes an EDC belt great and show why I've chosen this core 1.5-inch gun belt to be my new daily driver. The first attribute you want in a high-quality concealed carry belt is rigidity. You want a belt that is very rigid, yet still has some flexibility to it for ease of movement. Like a competition shooting belt, this will allow you to hold your holster in place without the holster shifting around on your belt. It may seem counterintuitive as we equate flexibility to comfort, but this will be a lot more comfortable and effective for concealed carry as it will keep your pistol from sliding around and shifting positions. It's also important for a fast and consistent draw, as the pistol will be in the same place at all times. The belt also won't give when pulling from the holster, meaning you don't have to worry about pulling the holster with you when drawing. Yet you also want it to have some flexibility so that it doesn't feel like it's stabbing into you when you're moving around. The core gun belt strikes the perfect balance here. It's very rigid, so it'll hold your firearm secure, and yet it has the same flex to it that makes it comfortable for moving around and doing day-to-day tasks. The next thing you want to look for in a quality EDC belt is the ability to hold weight without failing. This comes to both the tensile strength of the belt itself as well as the strength of the buckle. An EDC belt needs to be able to carry your handgun, which may weigh a few pounds on its own, a spare magazine potentially if you like to run a mag holster on your belt, an EDC knife, and of course your pants and anything else you carry in your pockets. The core gun belt is made of a high tensile strength nylon, and it has a ratcheting system with a heavy-duty buckle. This system is ultimately extremely secure and allows for quite a bit of weight. The buckles can vary, but my X2 buckle, which I chose for aesthetics, is rated for 10 pounds, which is plenty of load capacity for my EDC. And speaking of that ratcheting system, you want a belt that is easy to adjust for comfort. I'm a huge fan of micro-adjustable systems, and if you watch my channel, that is why I used to use the Next belt much in the past. The core belt features a very similar adjustable ratcheting system. This is great as it allows you to tighten and loosen the belt on the fly, which is awesome for sitting on long road trips or for tightening and loosening when going to the bathroom. Another major factor in belt choice is going to be aesthetics. If your belt shows, you don't want it necessarily screaming tactical gun belt, at least I don't. Core has a huge selection of very tasteful belt buckles. If you do want that more tactical look, they have you covered, but they also have a wide variety of more muted belt buckles that no one would ever bat an eye at. This is perfect for the gray man. By and large, Core makes the best looking EDC belt buckles on the market, and the wide variety ensures that there will be at least one that matches your style. The last major factor is longevity. I've been rocking the Warrior Poet Society themed Next belt for almost 4 years, and it's starting to really show its age. It is a great belt and it lasted me a long time, and it still works great and is very serviceable, but the edges are starting to fray and I wanted something new. I've been using the core belt for over 3 months now, and it hasn't shown any signs of wear and tear yet. Again, time will tell here, but the material actually does physically feel better quality. The nylon seems extremely tight and the stitching is excellent. The belt still looks brand new. Many comments on my Next belt video actually told me to look at the core belt specifically because of its longevity, and I'm very hopeful this belt is going to last a very long time. In any case, I'm very happy with the 1.5-inch gun belt. I couldn't recommend this belt more. It's a great product and I know you won't be disappointed with it. And speaking of belts, Ephesians 6:10-18 encourages us to put on the whole armor of God. One component of that is the belt of truth. Verse 12 to the first part of 14 states, "For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers over this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places. Therefore, take up the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day. And having done all, to stand firm, stand therefore, having fastened on the belt of truth." One component of standing up to the spiritual forces of evil is to equip yourself with the truth. When Jesus prayed for his disciples in John 17:17, he prayed that they would be sanctified by the truth. That's God's word is the truth. In 2 Timothy 2:15, Paul writes, "Do your best to present yourselves to God as one approved, a worker who has no need to be ashamed, rightly handling the word of truth." So one of the primary keys to battling the powers of this present darkness is to handle and regard God's word as our ultimate source for what is true. I pray that we all do that this week, and moving forward, have a great week.